it helps your students. Let them know, share those with them. Everybody wins here, just to change things up. You've done it so many times. You've taught the same thing so many times. It's not easy creating formatives and summatives, or for the older generation, quizzes and tests. It's hard to do that. And that's where sometimes you get stuck as a teacher, and that's where AI can actually help you out a lot. You see, formatives and summatives, sometimes you feel like you're on an island and you have to create the most unique, set of questions, or appeal to the students in a certain way, but you don't necessarily have to. That's where AI can really help step in to help you create those. And so you can constantly enhance them and make them as good as you can, depending on your class. Each class is a little bit different. Each year are different grades. And this is where AI can really help you so much. Let me show you. The first example will be very easy. And let's imagine we're reading the book 1984 by George Orwell. And so it's a classic. It's been out there for a long time. And all I'm going to do is ask chat to help me out with that. All right, so this is the question I mentioned before. It's 1984 by George Orwell, and I need both a formative and a summative. And so we've read half the book already, and I need a formative on the first 3 chapters and a summative. And I threw in a little curveball, and I said, look, I want the formative to be tricky. So let's see what we can do here. And I'm going to say I want the 3 questions for each. All right, so with that simple prompt, I got 3 quick formative short answers, because that's what I was asking for. And they're pretty good. It gives me both the question and also the answer. And I can go through and say, hey, I really like this one, or I don't like it, and make a change. That's fine. It's been a while since I read 1984. And then for the summative, it gives me 3 as well, and those are all pretty good. Now, again, if you don't like one of these, let's say I don't really care for this first one. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to click this where it says, ask ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, I don't and I'm going to say, so I'm just going to say I don't like it. Give me something about technology. And it immediately gave me another one. So again, I can keep doing this. I can tweak it all I want, but it's helping me create the formatives and the summatives very, very quickly. And that's pretty awesome. It took, from beginning to end, everything, no more than 2 minutes to create that. And if I want to export it as a document, cut and paste, I can do that. And now I'm that much more prepared for my class. And I can also make sure and tweak things or change things based off of my class. So if I know my class is, they really understand certain aspects of the book and they don't understand others, I can simply let chat know that, so it can move the direction of the formatives and the summatives. All right, so in the second example, let's imagine we are reading Lord of the Flies by Golding, another great classic. And this time I'm going to ask for a formative, but I already have a template. So I'm going to attach that template and then ask the same question, because I'm looking to get the answer in that particular format. Before, in the first example, I wasn't asking for any specific format. I just wanted questions. This time, I want it to follow the instructions. All right, so what I'm doing is I am attaching the actual assessment or the template that I have, and the template looks like this. It's not incredibly complicated. It can be whatever it is that you want it to be, so I made a quick one. And then I have a very similar question that I asked in the other example. And so we're reading Lord of the Flies, and I want 3 questions, 9th grade level, and they should be thoughtful questions. And then this time, I want the output to be in the same format as the template. All right, so it wanted to put it into the document right away. And I said, no, let's show me first. I want to see what it looks like before we try to export it. And you saw that format that I had here. And so it's got the objective in there, which is great. It's got power and leadership, fear and unknown. It's got some activities, some questions. That's perfect. Student responses, the teacher notes, next steps, etc. That's the exact same format I gave them. Now, if I wanted, I can change the format. I can change what that template looks like. I can change the approach. But the point is this: if you provide the template, it's going to fill out the template according to what you ask it to do. And that's exactly how you're going to be able to use the tool to help you create these formatives and also the summatives. So what I loved in both examples is that it just saves you time. Creating formatives and summatives, it's not that easy. It's complex. You want to make sure and tailor it for your students and really reach your audience, make things resonate for them. Well, this is how you can do that. You can make sure that you're not using the same quiz or the same questions that you've been using for 5, 10, 15, 25 years. You can create fresh questions that are going to be relevant to your students today, that maybe are able to really impact them in a different way. And you're using modern tools to do that. You're going to use ChatGPT or some other AI program to help you there. And once you get going with this, I think what you'll find out is not just does it save you time, but you get to direct it in a way that helps create something that is absolutely fresh and new for you. So it's also good for you and for your students. Share this with someone who would benefit. Take care.